Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Mr. God Chocolate Talks. We are the Mr. God Chocolate Endeavors, and this is our podcast. I'm going to have to stop saying the number because I just straight up don't know anymore.
I'm on
I think
number
that would be a good
14
one.
in
Which is
my
good.
session.
Oh, 14?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think we're
episode
at 14.
Okay, episode 14. Thanks for showing up. Anyways, boys, how's it going?
It's going great now that you fucked up like 3 intros now.
Yep.
I love it. It's the best part. And
I'm a real winner.
I'm glad we're on 14.
Yeah,
Wow.
man.
I'm glad this is the 15th episode.
I'm so glad.
Uh,
Guys, we're in 4 digits now.
Damn. Real deal.
Weird.
Real deal.
17.75. This is
Yeah.
the 17th and 3/4 episode. Take it away.
But it isn't.
Thanks for being here. Yeah. Fuck. Anybody
anyway,
have...
I do believe
Yeah.
I have some news, actual news this time.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we have a new sponsor,
Yeah.
and we're talking about it. We're still signing off like the deal, making it solid. But we have this new wine sponsorship.
Oh,
Oh,
We're stepping it up.
Seaside Cellars.
you mean we're going to be
Yes.
like Snoop Dogg having his own wine?
Oh wait,
And
the
Les
price list
Claypool.
on it. Rewind.
And Maynard, right?
Maynard. Yep. The Maynard.
Wow.
So what is it, Will, about this wine that has us signing our souls to them?
What is so mystical?
Basically, if you drink it, you go to hell because it has a really high carbon footprint. It's from New Zealand,
Oh,
so you
that's
know what I
good.
mean. Like
the
you
best
might as
carbon
well.
footprint.
That's good.
So yeah, you're going to like the deep levels of hell for this one. Anyway,
So, oh, great. So we're dooming our environment by supporting them.
Ourselves.
I mean,
actually,
this is good.
guys, don't buy it. It's really bad. Honestly,
Oh.
I'm gonna say it before I even open it and drink it.
Yeah.
It came into my possession,
Yeah.
and it's really bad.
Oh,
But how did it come into your possession?
that's a better question. Yes.
My mother bought it.
Oh.
Are
She
you saying
meant
your
well.
mother has bad taste?
I think I am.
Damn.
Right
dude.
before Mother's Day?
Wow.
Damn.
Whoa.
Dude,
What a
That's
man.
a doozy. That's a doozy.
that is a doozy.
When a man tells his mother to fuck off before Mother's Day.
Bro, I don't.
Mop.
No.
Damn.
Okay. We should respect our mothers. We should respect our women.
Oh, we're
Oh.
always supporting our
Okay,
women.
sorry. Not the. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Our mothers. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then, of course, everybody else, but then specifically women. And I'm gonna say it because it's a problem, dude. You know how in the U.S.
Yes.
cops just kill black people.
Yes.
In here, like in Puerto Rico, there's like a lot of femicide. Literally just women being murdered. Yeah.
Really?
And it's
Wow.
like something should be done about it. They're asking for like at least
So Will,
the government to make like some sort of like I don't know, state of emergency or some shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
what you should do is dress
What
up
should we
like
do?
Kick-Ass. Go into the night. And beat the fuck
I
out
was
of these
thinking
guys.
about that. But we make it a horror movie,
Ah.
right?
A horror movie.
Yes.
Who has
Anyway,
entered
this
my
wine is
room?
really bad.
Hold on. Wait. Back up really fast. I'm sorry. I'm really curious. So like this is just like a very regular problem for
Yeah.
Puerto Rican
no,
women.
it's not that it's a regular problem, but it's like
Okay.
it's a high number of homicides. You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay. Is it
Interviews
like
by
domestic?
police or in general? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you brought
As
it in.
far
with
as
the-
as far as I know, the ones that I just know of that happened this past week,
Okay.
I think they were like partners
Oh
at least.
wow.
Oh,
You know what I
jeez.
mean?
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Oh.
One of them was like a fucking Olympic athlete,
What? Okay.
or like
Oh.
something like that. Anyway.
Jesus. Man.
So yeah, Happy Mother's Day. We gotta
Res-
appreciate
yeah,
our
yeah.
mothers.
Respect
we
your
gotta buy
moms.
them shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. Thank them for their shitty wine. Just know it's coming from a good place. You know, like
Order them some roses.
It's a shitty wine because it has a high carbon footprint.
yeah.
Again, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mhm.
We're fucking up the earth, and why? For what?
Cause I want some shitty wine. Okay, that's why we're doing it.
Well, I was gonna say I thought the high carbon footprint was why they sponsored us. I thought they were intertwined in mission
Oh.
statements of some sort.
Oh.
God.
That's a good
And-
point.
This is good. This is good.
very
Oh.
good.
This is very good. This is
I-
the plot thickens. The
I
plot
like that we're
thickens.
talking out our sponsorship live for everybody to understand that we are trying to understand.
This is
We
how
learn
sponsorships
about
work.
it as you do, folks.
Yep. It gets brought. We don't talk about these things prior. We just bring them to the table for you guys to understand us better. Like, I didn't tell the boys about Manscaped, and then I'm suddenly like, guys, it's getting a little nasty down there. Like, wouldn't you want somebody to kind of help clean this shit up? And then meanwhile, Will's like, yeah, like, aren't you tired of trees? Like, how about this wine?
And I hate trees. Bring it on, Will.
Dang.
Damn, Will.
Dang.
Man, I sure could use another shopping center. How about this wine? Like, you know.
Yeah, the world needs another Randall's.
Yeah, this is really important that we can get
Ram
these things.
2500, boys.
Hell yeah.
Ram
Buy.
2500.
Buy it, buy it, buy it.
Save it. Save the economy.
Texas
Buy.
truck.
Buy.
your brand new Chevy 6 tires on the fucking truck because for some reason you need 6 more than 4.
Yep.
Yo,
That's right,
so
7-foot bed. Fit all
Six,
of your
not four.
shit in here.
6, not
Oh,
4.
all right.
Six, not
A
four.
7-foot bed ain't shit. An 8-foot. Now that's where commercial use starts.
Yeah.
Oh boy, we're
know
talking
what I
about
mean?
8 wheels now,
I
bro.
don't explain.
Now, so there was this one time when I was in Byron, Georgia, down south of Macon, Georgia, right there off I-75, and I turned on the fucking
Yes,
radio, you know, and of course it goes to whatever the fuck locale you're in because that's
Yeah.
how, you know, radio works.
Yeah.
And the first thing that comes out of my speakers is, "Welcome to Byron Dave's truck, something or other the shit. We'll get you in a truck."
Truck Emporium.
It's like, oh shit, I think that might have been something like it. Truck Emporium, we'll get you in a
What's
truck.
a big word we can
Nice.
use to say where we store all our trucks? Garage? No. Emporium.
Does the wine come with the truck when you buy it?
Yes, but only one.
Oh, only one?
Get
Damn.
1 bottle of wine.
Well, at least you've got 8 feet
One
of
bottle,
space
bottle.
Yeah, buy it. More wine. Go. Well, shit. That's good to know.
That's how they get you in a truck.
How are you
Yeah,
guys
man.
doing?
Yeah. That's I personally I'm great. I'm fantastic. I'm stoked for June. We've got everybody's flights in and out figured out now. That's going to be a blast. Lots of hangs.
USA.
Question, Tyler, what are you doing in Colorado after the fact?
Oh, okay, yeah. So
Colorado.
I'm gonna go from
Yeah, he's
being
going to Colorado.
fucking stranded in 4 square miles of downtown Toronto
Uh-huh.
to flying to Colorado because my parents go out there every July 4th. We've always done that forever.
Oh, cool.
And my sister lives in Denver, so they're gonna be there right before July 4th, and they won't be in Atlanta. So
Gotcha,
instead of
gotcha.
sitting at my parents' home alone, like I've done here for the last year and a half, I'm gonna go to Denver.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna hang out.
Fuck yeah.
Do it.
So
Sounds like
yeah.
a good time.
Don't
Dude,
do
that's
it.
awesome. That
Hang
is awesome.
yourself.
Tame
It's a better
contain
time.
Myself.
I
The
promise.
best time.
It's the best
Damn.
time.
Okay.
No, that sounds
Oh.
dope. Are you gonna go
Yeah.
snowboarding?
Yeah, man. In right before July 4th, gonna go snowboarding. It's gonna be fucking sick, bro. It's gonna be
Dude,
great.
you can there. It's a mile up in the sky.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Wait,
Bro,
that's
what
wait,
if it
no.
does snow there?
Dude,
On a
Denver's the
July.
mile-high city.
Hear
Well,
me
yeah,
out.
okay, so
we're-
And then
Denver's-
Aspen's the
but-
2-mile-high
Buddy,
city.
Yeah.
So Denver, yes, it's 5280, but we're gonna be in Cripple Creek. We're gonna be where it's 9494, way up there in the Rocky Mountains.
94,
Nice.
94. That's pretty high.
Yeah, man,
Yeah, I
it's
went-
hard
I
to
went
breathe
to-
if you walk.
Yeah, I went to Denver when I was 14,
Okay.
and I went camping. This was in August, and we went camping in the Rockies, and it was so fucking cold.
Yeah.
It was windy as fuck. There was a glacier. We
Really?
we didn't camp.
Wait. There wasn't a glacier.
Yes,
No,
look it
there
up.
was a glacier.
It's called.
Glacier.
You can type it in. It's called St. Mary's Glacier.
Okay.
I swear to God, it's like a couple miles outside of Denver. And we went camping there. It's a real thing.
Nice.
Bro, the U.S. is a
That's
big
sick as
place.
hell.
Yeah.
It's-
No,
I don't know
you're right.
how many
You're
people
right.
know this to our like international viewers.
Yes.
You know, it's a
The
pretty.
United States is very, very expansive.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome that we can have all these things in technically one place. But
Well, speaking
Oh my
of like
God.
camping
Yeah.
and outdoor activities, which are my
Yeah.
favorite things,
yes.
I got a new bike
Yes, you did.
and I
Yes.
got a new bike rack.
Yes, you
I
did.
got the hitch and the rack.
Mhm.
And
How long have you been waiting for that fucking rack for? Like
since I bought
what?
the car?
Oh my god.
So about 2
Dude,
months, which is not that
there was-
bad, being that some stuff
Yeah.
is like a year out.
Uh-huh.
Trevor, there was one time where you said someone bought the bike rack right out from under you before you could get it on layaway. Did you get that rack back?
No, but I got one that I think I like more.
Cool, man.
It's cheaper, technically. They're both
Yeah.
still expensive, but no, there was the one I really wanted, and then I brought it from storage, and I left it at the front of the store, and I was like, no one's gonna buy that today. It's
Yeah.
$650. You know, sure enough, it gets sold. Now,
Yeah.
fun fact though, the guy that sold that one from under me, there was the same rack but with an 1.25 inch hitch, not the 2-inch, and he wanted that one, and he brought it from storage, and someone else sold that one. So
Huh.
the same thing happened to him,
That's funny.
and it wasn't me.
Or was it?
Bump, bump.
Um,
No, it
I
wasn't
don't know,
me.
man. You look kind of sketchy with the glasses.
yeah, no, that's a good
Yeah,
point.
what are you hiding over
Like-
there?
Like, I don't
He's
know.
either
I feel
stealing-
like,
yeah. It's it's stealing
kinda
bike racks, or it's flying like Air Force planes, like Tom Cruise Top Gun style, like 100%.
Here, I gotta move the.
Yeah, yeah,
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. Highway to the danger zone.
Trevor, you look more ready for Nam than any of us.
Yeah, man.
Gotta say.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Want to elaborate?
Well, you want me to elaborate on the Nam, where we fought the Kong?
Yeah. How'd that go?
I think we all know.
Let me tell you something,
I
Forrest
think
Gump.
we all know at this point. The,
My
the
name is
silence. The
Lieutenant-
silence
Just
is a
because
Dan.
you leave doesn't mean you lose.
Yeah,
My
that's a
name
good
is
point.
Lieutenant Dan,
Oh, there we go.
and let me tell you something, Forrest.
Yeah.
While I was there, I stepped on a mine, lost
Yeah.
my leg,
Yeah.
the Kong attacked, had to deal with them. It was great, we camped
Oh,
out.
nice.
It was a fun
That's
time.
killing.
I met Lexi.
Nice.
It was pretty great.
That's great.
I don't know about you guys, but I had a great time in war.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Speaking of Nam, have you guys ever seen the movie Jacob's Ladder?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh my
I have
God,
not seen
dude.
Jacob's Ladder.
Will, you would
Heavy.
really like it.
Heavy.
It's
What is
it's really
this?
good. It's like I want to say either late 80s or early 90s, like psychological horror movie about this guy that like essentially he goes to Nam and then he comes back and things are happening. That's all I'm gonna
What?
say. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You'd really like it. I
It's a
can
good
I can
movie.
yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I
It's
might see it after
Interesting fact about that movie, they actually used okay, so I guess I'm giving away a little bit right now, but there are creatures in the movie, all right, these creatures that they actually based the visuals of those creatures to create some of the monsters in the original Silent Hill game. which is
Really?
kind of a
Nice.
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, kind of cool, kind of cool. I also interesting story. When we were still going to the B Word, I went to the MFA for one of their night screenings of like old movie reels to see Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, I saw that at the MFA. It was
Oh,
a lot of fun.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. Those were great because you didn't have to pay like anything. You just show up or you had to like reserve the free ticket and then like you'd show up there and you were just good to go. Like I saw that there. I saw an original reel of John Carpenter's The Thing, which was the best. And
I remember when you went to that because I remember you
Yeah.
texting me about it.
Mhm.
I never went to that one, but do you guys remember that place that was off of I want to say Harvard Ave in Brookline? Maybe?
You are
That was, like-
talking
Yeah.
about
Yes. Yes.
It was
You-
the theater that had the old style projection and like
Yes.
the actual film.
Yes.
yes.
Cool.
where,
I saw-
where we saw
Blade Runner,
right?
2049.
Blade Runner, and then I completely blacked out and forgot about it. But yes.
You blacked
Yes,
out there
I
in
was
Blade
there.
Runner? I remember us having to sprint to the theater. And
Yes, we did.
It was the middle
Yes,
of
we
winter,
did.
and there was snow and ice everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Coolidge Corner, right?
Coolidge Corner.
Yeah,
Yep.
man,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Craig and I, the night before we saw which, by the way, Blade Runner 2049 is
One of the greatest
fucking
movies ever made.
great.
Yeah.
One of the best films in every concept. That being
Yep.
said, the day before we saw 2001: A Space Odyssey,
Yeah.
and it was loud.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, it was loud. I
Wow.
remember it was
It was so
really
good.
fucking loud.
In
all
that theater.
In that
yeah,
theater.
all
yeah.
that classical
Nice.
music was just blaring, and like
Yeah.
the film was heavy.
Yeah.
Now,
Oh,
Craig,
man.
you said you saw someone perform live there.
I saw Sun play there.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Sun played at Coolidge Corner Theater.
Holy shit!
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. That was probably like one of the most memorable concert experiences, not because the music's good. The music's not to anybody that has ever heard of Sun and has actually listened to it, there's not really music. It's just kind of live improv, so to speak, like loud live improv of just here's a chord. Now we're going to wait like 20 seconds. Here's another chord. But the entire time you're there, because like they hold a record for the loudest live performance, my teeth were jittering in my mouth. It was that loud.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's no PA. There's no PA or anything like that. It's just there are that many amplifiers on stage pushing sound that like you're just getting hit. I mean, if anything, I'll go online when I'm doing this in post, the video portion of this episode. There are amplifiers that go from one side of the stage to the other, just all the way across, and they are all on. It's
Beautiful.
wild. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So was the audience like seated in the typical
Yep.
theater fashion? They
Yep.
didn't do anything? Okay.
Nope. Yep.
So it was
was
just like a
totally-
theater of people just getting fucking blasted.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
And
It
people
was
were
so
sitting
wild.
down though. Like I
Yep.
would.
The whole time.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
that's
hilarious.
a lot of decibel to take
That
in.
yeah, man. That's actually the only show I've ever actually been to where I brought earbuds, because I was warned by somebody. I think it was like a Guitar Center employee. I was buying strings from the day prior. We were talking, and they had mentioned the fact that like, hey, so like if you're gonna go there, like you need to have earbuds, right? And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. And he's like, don't be a retard. Oh, don't be an R word. Fucking put on the earbuds. Just put 'em
Yeah.
put them on, because like you are gonna suffer. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I get the earbuds. I go there, see the show, have the earbuds in the whole time. I leave the show. I pull the earbuds out. My ears were still ringing. I still had some ringing involved in my ear with buds. And I mean, fucking wild, man. Really wild.
Well, yo, just for fun while we're on this,
Yeah.
Will, Trevor, loudest shows you guys have seen. Anything come to mind?
Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica's loud.
Metallica
very
was
loud.
like, I've seen a lot of loud shows, and Metallica. First of all, it was at the biggest venue, which I thought
Where?
would make it quiet. It was at
Okay.
the NRG Arena, which is where the Super Bowl was a couple years ago.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
And I thought it was gonna be quiet, because pavilions, big arenas, like
Uh-huh.
the difference was
Like sound
usually-
dispersal.
Yeah,
Kind of,
and usually when I go to these venues, I'm in the nosebleed kind of up there. Sorry, I'm petting my
Yeah.
dog. That's what I'm doing right here.
Ah.
And anyway, Lexi, say hi.
Yeah. Show everybody. Hi, baby.
Oh.
Hi,
Um,
baby.
This was the first show I'd been to in an arena like this where I was on the floor, like right up there in front. And
Yeah.
so Volbeat played, and it sounded like normal, like literally sounded like nothing. And then Avenged Sevenfold played, and it was a little louder, and a lot of fire. Oh my god, it was hot.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they were okay. They didn't. I didn't hate it. I liked. They played maybe 9 or 10 songs, and I liked at least half of them. Half of them, I was like, "This shit's good."
Cool.
And then Metallica came out, dude. That shit was at least twice as loud as Avenged Sevenfold. It was so
cool.
fucking loud. It was like, I remember leaving that show and thinking like, I've never been to anything that loud. So that comes to mind.
Hell yeah.
Bro, I know the answer would have been Metallica, but I've never been to a Metallica concert.
You'll notice it when you
That
go.
is yet to be done.
When it happens, you'll go and you'll be like, "This shit's loud!" Like,
Yeah.
we won't
Yeah.
even have to remind you. You'll just realize it. You'll be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Dude.
I've been told AC/DC was really loud because they don't.
I believe that.
Yeah,
They don't
I believe
I've heard
that.
that as well.
Well, I've heard
Yeah.
they don't use monitors, so they have
Nope.
they have the wall,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all the cabinets are on. Like none of them are hollowed out. They're all.
Yeah.
Think about.
Have you ever seen a picture of Malcolm or what was Malcolm and Angus's like guitar oh my dudes, it's just like 15 Marshall Plexi amplifiers like cranked to 10 and like it's rows of, it's like 5 what do you call it, like 5 moving trunks with 3 heads per trunk, and it's
Yeah, that's
you
the
know
most
what I
ridiculous
mean?
part. It's not like one head going to all these.
Yeah.
They have multiple amp heads, like,
Yeah.
and they'll like
It's
we
so
don't use
cool.
in-ear monitors. Like,
Yeah.
no wonder those guys are so fucking loud.
How do they have multiple amp heads?
Because you plug it all. You plug
Enlighten
one
me.
guitar in.
I know nothing of guitar. Wait.
So back
how?
in the day, before PAs,
Uh-huh.
an amp head powers, however much wattage it puts out. Let's say 150. So
Yeah.
you can only send up to a max of like 300 watts per cabinet. And so if you're sending that to 2 cabinets, that's not enough sound.
Yeah.
You know, for a
No,
venue
but I mean the guitar signal. What do they like? What is the guitar connected
one
to?
cable. You just plug this shit into all of them, bro. Like,
Well,
they've
the
made
more
newer advances to it.
Well, there's like ways to split the signal.
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
if that's what you're
Yeah.
asking.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you'll see people do shit like that, but the cabinets are like hollowed out, and then you'll see one cabinet mic'd up.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
so Trevor, Craig, I'm actually curious as well. Like, if you guys were to go into like, let's say 3 amps simultaneously, because like you need more than a stereo
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
How would you do it? Would you guys each get like a miniature mixer, or what would you do?
So, just
Yes and no.
Yeah, like I've had legitimate experience running a multi-amp, like not like we do in Mystical, like where I've got like one dirty amp, one clean amp, but like
Yeah,
I've run things where I've had like multiple
stereo
dirty
rigs.
amps. Yeah, stereo rigs. Where like again, like we're talking about a very young, very stupid, but like very determined Craig, where
I used to do shit like that, man.
yeah,
I used to plug
I-
like multiple amps and multi-effects boards into each other, and like,
Yep.
oh my god.
yeah, I used to go. I'd bring both of my diesels and both of my my Wagner 412s.
You showed
to
me a
hit-
picture.
So,
You
yeah,
showed
I
me a
did.
picture of like just you and Constantine, and then
Yeah.
these 2 fucking half stack rigs. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my gee, they're
Yeah.
both diesels. I'm like, oh
They're
my
both-
god,
yeah.
bro, this man.
And they would demolish, man. Like
Oh,
like
bro, everybody would suck your cock at these shows, bro. In tone, they would be like, "Oh my god, bro!" Like they
Yeah,
wouldn't have a chance.
yeah.
If I had to play after you, I wouldn't even bother. Like the music could be 30 times better. It wouldn't matter because my tone
it wouldn't.
would not
the
compare.
sound is and that was kind of the whole deal. Is like for the longest time we didn't actually have a bass player in the band, but I was like tuned down to B flat anyways. On a 7 string, so it was like there's plenty of sub and then a lot of kick drum and
But you can take a
so,
whole
like,
amp and EQ it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
yeah,
Just those
Beautiful.
chonk, man. I like right now, like honestly, given I haven't said much to you guys just because I haven't needed to, but like this whole like my downstairs area right now, I've been doing this thing where I'm running like my KSR through my Bogner cab that's got the G12 T75 speakers and then my KSR that's got like the redback speakers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the sound like
Dude, I'm
because
telling
the red
you,
yeah.
the dual cab, the dual cab setup,
yeah.
if you get
It's really good.
like you take some speakers and it's like, as opposed to doing like, making this perfect sound,
Yeah.
what you do is you take and you like, okay, well, these speakers shine in this area and these speakers shine in this area. And like, you
Yep.
just fucking combine that shit
Yep.
and you go, fuck.
Just
But then
same.
what happens
Yo.
is you end up with guys like us that want to go on tour with like, okay, my dirty channel is going to be this amp through 2 cabinets, and then my clean channel is going to be this amp, and it's going to do this, and then I got this huge pedal board, and then I've also got to play keyboard, and
Yeah.
I need 2 microphones,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I need to move it. I don't have any roadies.
Yeah. And then they're like, "Hey, pal, you're aware you're about to play to like 5 people, right?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
We got an 810 anyway.
Yeah,
Screw it.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god, I love fucking setting up every day on the tour and then looking at Chris, and Chris Wrong would just
Yes.
put his little fucking little helix stomp down.
the
I'm
helix
like,
stomp,
oh my
yeah, man.
god, dude.
That shit. I mean, I'm glad that every band I've ever been a part of has had like a very sound, like knowledgeable sound, like people that give a shit about the sound because like I
Yeah.
have played with people that like are not as keen to that and it's painful. You're like I'm not feeling anything right now because you don't know you don't really know how to sound good. Like you just don't, you know what I mean? Like where
You
it's
ever
like
played
Will
shows with
tunes a
guys-
kit like yeah.
You ever played shows
What?
with guys that show up with like line 6 amps and just, but with like a $2,000 guitar?
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah.
dude,
Like fucking Steve Howe,
Yeah.
line 6 amps and,
Yeah,
and a nice guitar.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong even in the slightest.
Unfortunately, I noticed that.
But the honest
Bro,
to God's
that is
truth,
so bad.
he's
that just
never had.
sounds like oh god.
Yeah, he's
Anything
never
out
had
of a
good
line
sound.
6.
No, he's
Yes,
never had a good
yeah.
sound. His guitar
never
playing
had
is so
good sound.
good, and his sound's
Yeah.
horrible. In fact, the
Isn't
only
that
thing
weird? Isn't that fucking
his
strange?
album tones can be okay, but it's only
Yeah.
because
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
yeah.
post, you know? But
Yeah,
you watch
exactly.
any live video of Yes,
Yeah.
and he
Nah.
just doesn't.
It's
fucking-
not there.
And
man.
you know who else I don't really like the tone of? Trevor Rabin.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
a big fan of his drive tone
Yeah.
either. It's a little
Yeah.
too scoopy for me.
Yeah.
And he's very high gainy. You know, like you
Yeah.
take Steve Howe and like you're like, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
This portion of Yes is a little confusing. It's great, but it's confusing.
Yeah.
It's just very shiny. It's very shiny.
Yeah.
I don't
Very
know.
shiny and like the high gain amp solos. It's like, all right, Trevor, like shut the fuck out, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what you guys have to tell me. I bet the rest of Yes is like, yo, dude, like we wrote and you and I. You know, like we need to calm down. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, okay, bro, let's start this whole song with a like crazy solo, and you sing over while I'm playing the solo. We'll call it "Make It Easy," but that's not easy. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna do
Make it. We're gonna make it.
Make it easy.
Easy.
Oh, you know what, Rick? Do it too. What? I want you to mimic me. Okay, so should I do the Yes thing and do like a major third above so it sounds all crazy and proggy? No. Exact. Note for note.
So are you trying to convince me to not listen to this band?
Only about 10 years of it, and only if you're a casual listener.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
that's
answer.
fair.
That's very fair.
All right. I like that answer.
I mean, there are moments of 80s and 90s, yes. Like, Trevor, you know the Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman Howe record?
Yes.
That album has no fucking genre. It's
No.
just like... It's just like sound. It doesn't sound like a prog band. It doesn't sound like
I'm glad
a jam
you brought
band.
that
It
up.
doesn't
I
sound
haven't heard that
jazz.
album in at least 6 years. It's a pre-B word. Like, I was in high school listening to that.
Yeah.
I always felt bad
an
listening to it. I'm
experience.
like, oh, I'm leaving out people. Like,
Nah.
it's kind of like if you like Liquid Tension and then they have Liquid Trio and it's basically the same thing but without Petrucci.
Have you guys
Well-
heard the new Liquid Tension yet?
I have not.
Only one song.
Only
I
one
haven't
song.
heard
I
it.
haven't
Yeah.
heard it. I was stoked until the day before. The day it comes out, I've completely forgotten until this moment right now, and I'm just like, wait, I totally
Wow.
forgot to listen to that.
Wow.
You know, I didn't even think about it. This is the first reunion with Portnoy with these guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Wait. No, yes. Yeah. I'm
know what I
sorry.
mean? Like
I was trying to
Portnoy
think if he
working with-
did something with Petrucci beforehand, but no. Yeah.
And Tony Levin looks pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
yeah, and I was
thought
gonna
he
say,
looked
ironic-
horrid, but he doesn't.
Tony Levin was actually the bass player on Anderson Bruford Wakeman House, so this all works out.
Oh,
Look at
really? Oh,
That
wow.
is-
that. Yeah, he
true.
was.
What hasn't he done? Like, realistically speaking.
That's what
like-
me and my dad used to talk about this. He would tell me Tony Levin is basically like a bandless, like he's the world's most proggiest session bass player.
yeah.
And I'm like, that's true. Like he's played for
Yeah.
all these bands he didn't start, but he's most famous for being in these bands.
In those
like,
bands.
yeah.
Wait.
It.
So this person is also in Liquid Tension? No,
Do you,
right?
do you know who Tony
Yes.
Levin is?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Dude,
And
he's
he's-
the bass player of 80s King Crimson.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say he's
And
most famous
everything
for
else.
filling
This
in.
is
in
the
Crim-
same
King
person.
Crimson.
This is the same
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
and solo.
And
He
Peter
does the-
Gabriel. He played
Yeah.
with Peter
Yep,
Gabriel for
yep.
yeah. I mean,
Sledgehammer,
Uh-huh.
that's all Tony Levin.
He played
Wow.
with
Sledgehammer.
Tony
That's
Levin.
all Tony
That's
Levin.
Yep.
So is this person a chameleon or something?
Yes.
Kind of.
Basically.
Yeah.
He's got an album called Stickman. It's really good.
Yep.
Because he
Oh,
is
yeah.
the Stickman. He plays the Chapman stick. The
Yep.
yeah, crazy. And he also plays for I don't know the guy's name, but it's one of the ex keyboardists from Dream Theater has his own project, and he plays for that.
Ah.
I don't remember
Really?
what it's
So
called.
not Jordan Rudess.
No.
Not Jordan Rudess. No, it was the guy who was on.
I always forget he wasn't an original member. Like, to be honest, like
not original. Liquid Tension came out before Rudess was even a band member.
that
in
I
Dream
didn't
Theater.
know.
Yes,
Really?
so yeah, he was
Wow.
not in Dream Theater, and
wow.
Petrucci kept howling him to join Dream Theater because I think this was when Dream Theater like didn't have a keyboardist and they were on like a hiatus or some shit, and
Yeah.
he kept saying no, and then he's like, well, at least do an album with us because we're trying to do this thing with Tony Levin. It's called Liquid
Yeah.
Tension,
Oh
and
my god.
they put Liquid
Cool.
Tension 1 together. That was before Rudess was ever in Dream Theater. Yeah, it was the first thing he
That's
ever did with them,
unbelievable.
and then he joined Dream Theater.
Speaking of really fast, speaking of Dream Theater, a hilarious thing I saw online. Because like I've listened to the Dream Theater albums and I own like 4 or 5 of them and I enjoy them, you know. But like I don't know anything much else aside from that. And they had this like it was like a behind the scenes thing of like a Dream Theater album or a tour or something like that. It was like a little meme where it was John Petrucci playing like a Pull Me Under thing at like a music shop, and then a guy's like standing next to him and he's like, "Oh, are you playing Dream Theater?" And then John Petrucci looks up at him. He's like, "Yes, I am." And the guy has no idea that he is in the band. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
hilarious. It's really funny. But
I love moments
regardless.
like those. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. You know, I met
Oh.
Jordan Rudess at the B Word.
How was he?
Damn.
He was nice. I only met him for.
Oh, cool.
I just kind of walked up, said hi,
Mm-hmm.
shook his hand, and walked away. I don't know what
That's
he was there
cool.
for. I just saw him, and I was like, oh shit, is that?
Have you
Like,
seen him with hair recently? It's been very
Yeah.
strange.
He says he's like
Wait,
gonna. He's
With
like,
hair?
Wait,
With
he
hair.
has hair?
yeah,
He
he's been
has
growing
hair.
hair. He's
What
like, I'm
the
gonna shave it
hell?
off. He said I wanted to
thought he
post
was
a pic
bald.
before I shave it
It's
off.
just, yeah, he's doing the quarantine. Like, don't care. All
Have you
hair.
guys ever heard him?
Wait,
I need to Google
wait,
this.
wait,
Yeah, go
Tony
ahead.
Levin with hair.
Stop
Have you guys ever heard him talk?
He's had no hair for 40 years. That's not right.
Like,
He
have,
came back,
have
and
you
it
guys
doesn't
ever
look
seen
good.
him just in an interview like talk?
Yeah.
He does not have the voice you expect him to have. He's got this very
Really?
high. Yeah, like I.
He sounds exactly like I thought he would.
Oh
To be
no, he
honest.
doesn't sound anything like I thought he was gonna talk. I like his studio tour where he's got all the most baddest keyboards on the planet all
Right?
set up in one
That's really good.
studio.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's a crazy guy. What I was gonna say was Tony Levin played
Yes.
for the guy that played on Scenes for a Memory.
Really
I think so. He's got a solo project. And,
interesting.
yeah, that's like really good. Like it's not just Tony Levin's played on it. Like a couple of people have played on it. You know who's really into all that shit is my dad. My dad's all into that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The real like, oh, well, look at the branch in it. Like, he wants to know the whole tree of music.
Nice.
Wait.
Gentlemen, I'm getting a telephone call. Let me shut this off.
Okay, no worries.
Is that your ringer?
Yeah, it's a sample of my
Tritones, bro.
synth. it's an arpeggiator from my own synth, dude.
Nice.
Nice. Very smart. I was like,
Yep.
is that a guitar playing? What
I was
the
like,
hell?
is that a major 7?
It sounded like an
flat
accordion
5?
through my buds. Like, I don't know why.
That is a chord that Trevor just identified better than I can remember it, but it's off my little.
I actually said it
whatever
wrong.
The fuck it is. Novation.
It's a C major 7 sharp 11.
Good.
Great.
Good.
Cool.
That's awesome. That's
Look
the
at this
best
guy.
fucking thing.
Hey man, I gotta.
Did
use
you
my
go to the
degrees.
B word?
I gotta use my degree
That's
somehow,
crazy.
bro. I gotta. Lexi, did you know? Did you know that was the code?
I'm gonna back up just a second in this conversation because like I was just about to start like saying nice things about Will, and then Trevor started going other places, and I was like, hold up now, real fast. My point, really quickly, just because like I was talking
Oh, okay,
about, like,
wait. About the sound. You were right.
yeah, about sound, yeah.
So
All
to our
yeah.
listeners, we'll sound better live. Don't worry about
Yes.
it. We'll sound better live.
yes. But my point just being, I don't know anybody that can tune and sound as good on a drum set as Will does. Like, realistically speaking, I've never actually hung out with anybody, like, musically or otherwise, that I've just kind of been floored every time he sits down behind a drum set. Like, William, you have very good tone.
Thanks,
good tone.
bro. It means a
Of
lot.
course.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're
I
very
guess something
welcome.
to add to a compliment was after our tour,
Yes.
we were talking at one point, me and Craig, and I was like, man, Will's drums like always in tune every day. And then I was like, it almost sounds like he's singing a song when he's like tuning them. And
Yeah.
Craig's like, yeah, he set some to be like do 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 do. And I was like, oh fuck, he does. Like, oh my god. Like I was like, that's what it was. That's what
Bro,
he was
you're
singing
just
to me every
tuning a
show.
kit, man.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, he was singing to me on the drums every day.
Yep.
I didn't even know.
I mean, while we're just laying the love on Will,
Yeah.
I gotta say that little "Keep on Swimming" song that I absolutely hate the everything about, except for Will, that I did, dude. Freaking the most janky drum miking on earth, and it still turned out to be one of my absolute favorite drum performances.
Yeah.
Bro,
Just-
you
it
said keep
made
on
it,
swimming, and I'm thinking of like Finding Nemo now.
That's what
I'm
I was
like,
thinking
wait,
of,
what
and I was
the
like,
hell?
oh, wait, your album.
okay.
I'm glad that's what my the control room collection reminds everyone of.
Oh, look at it! Just
At
get a couple
Tito
drinks in him, and then he'll start to talk about his music. There we go, Tyler.
Jeez.
The control room collection. There you go.
Yeah,
It's real.
Go
You know
check that
what?
shit
I'll
out.
have some more crappy wine.
Yeah.
Listen to Will play beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
Please,
Absolutely.
please listen to me play beautiful things whenever you
Yeah.
can. Listen to
Whenever.
that.
Yep. That and then others thing. Yeah. All of it.
Just imagine a time, foresee the time in which
Yeah.
we will be able to bring those beautiful drums on
Ugh,
the road
I
and
can't
share them
wait.
with the world.
I'm so
Jesus.
stoked.
Because it's a coming world. It's
Oh,
a coming.
dude, we're like this close now. Like, I'm not kidding. We're like
Oh.
this fucking close at this point.
Yo, I was really close to getting my vaccine like this Monday, but then it
Oh,
didn't
really?
happen.
What
but
happened?
no.
but hey,
Your boy's getting stabbed on Friday.
yes,
Round two?
Round
I'm
two.
getting.
Round two.
I am getting round 2 on Friday.
Chilling.
Holy shit.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, bro.
That's
Me
great.
and Will getting stabbed at the same
Congratulations.
time, at the same second.
That's awesome.
Same
Stabbing each
pharmacy.
other.
Same
Stabbity
place.
stab.
Same needle.
Same
Same vaccine.
Dude, a double-ended needle.
Yeah.
Where you like oh anyway so this
Super
horror movie
Friends.
that we're gonna be making what
You just pull the shit out of his ass. He pulls the shit out of your ass, and then you.
Do you believe these people? I don't.
Oh
Um,
God.
I got a good thing for you guys to hear about.
lay
Let's
it on
hear
me.
it.
I really liked this Ice Peak album.
All right, album of the week.
Not doing it. Not doing it. No, it was funny the first couple times.
Hell yeah.
Nope.
Whoa.
Buddy, you just did it. You don't know you did it, but you did
Yeah,
it.
you did it exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
Will sucks.
Why would we ever Trevor, don't worry, I'll make sure that isn't in the video.
All right, I'm glad you saw that.
But yeah, all right, cool. Then very good transition. Let's get into this shit. All right. So for this week we had Ice Peak, IC3 PEAK, Ice Peak's 2020 album. How did I say it the last time?
Das Свидания.
Yeah, Das Свидания, which
we go.
means goodbye in Russian. All right. So interesting thing about this album before I start getting into like the specifics as to like the sound and the songs and the structure and whatnot. I'll just tell you guys the honest to God's truth. I literally found out about this band and this album like 2 weeks ago. Like okay. It was a brand new find that like okay. I was under the influence and I'm scrolling through the book of faces and I'm just looking at videos and listening to music. And then the music video for I don't even know. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds, boys.
I think I know what you're talking about.
No.
Something
not
that's
that
not on this album, right?
No, it's on the album.
Oh.
No, hold on. This is professional.
Ah, shit. Oh, shit. I'm playing music too. What the fuck? Anyway.
Is it the black and the white video with blood?
Okay, no. It's okay, so it's on the record. It's the 10th song that in English letters spell out M-A P and then what looks like a W.
Yes.
Okay. So I came across this song in my moment of yes, and I'm seeing this video unfold before me, like these people with guns and young children wearing Soviet uniform and them shooting happy faces and shooting unicorns and rainbows, and the chick that's singing. And, like, the really gorgeous voice and then the really spooky sounds. And I'm like I texted Tony, like, moments after seeing this video. I'm like, bro, this shit just fucked me up. Like, what the fuck? So I immediately go on to iTunes and I get the whole album. And so I'm here in my basement. I got my lights off. I'm just sitting here and I listen to the full album. And I'm just like, what the fuck have I just walked into? This is some wild shit. Like, this is this is really weird, and I'm not so sure, like, what the fuck is going on, but I really like it.
It's not that weird.
It's kind of weird. It's weird. Okay, we'll say this. This is kind of the way that I've been thinking about this, like, and again, not to shit on the person I'm about to talk about, but like at the same time, like I guess this is kind of shitting. But so you know how for like the longest time Billie Eilish was like marketing herself as like this really dark, cynical character that like, you know, does that kind of thing? I felt like this was the music that I was expecting to hear when I saw her appearance. And then when I would listen back, I'd be like, well, this is just kind of bare bones pop music. And then when I was listening to this, I was like, well, this is dark. This is
Yeah, definitely.
This is, you know, this is really dark. And that was even before I started like looking into what the songs were actually about. I was just like little like the young girl laughter and weird synth sounds and like really dark, aggressive, like heavily distorted like bass and
808s.
sub that 808s. Just
So many 808s.
a lot of 808s.
I love the 808s. Not
Yeah.
I would like more triplets. I want more triplets, but you know, hey, I'm happy with the 808s. I'm a fan.
Exactly. And then I'm also gonna say this, like, before getting in any song specifically, I personally think that this album is more prog than most bands that market themselves as being a prog band.
Prog. Describe this to me as prog.
Okay. So the way.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yes. Okay. My way of hearing this thing as being like, as iTunes specifically categorizes this as underground rap. I, listening back to this, was shocked at just how much textural and musical variety there was through and through. You'd get this like really heavy, like rap sounding, like distorted kick, whatever thing going on, and then suddenly there'd be all this harmony and like vocal work that was being done that you're saying like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is happening right now? And then it would go back in, and then there'd be like some really interesting chord work on a piano that I'd be like, wait, what? Where is this coming from? And then suddenly there'd be some like random dude singing in English that I'd be like, oh shit, what's going on? And then this bitch is talking about being on a blacklist and like being sold out, like, and I'm like, what? And then like I'm researching lyrics, and I'm just like,
I can't lie,
research-
Craig.
Yeah.
I got really high,
Yeah.
really high.
Yeah.
And listen to this album,
Yeah.
and I can say I feel the exact same way. I think this is a very progressive album.
Yeah.
I think it's a very dark album.
Yeah.
One of the words I used to describe White Pony was whore.
Yes.
And this is the same thing. It's that like the song you were just describing,
Yes.
M.A. Pois. I don't know how to
Yes.
say that.
Mosh.
And also two before it, the Arma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was heavy and like
Yeah.
like emotionally, like I didn't have to know the lyrics to feel this like just intense. It actually made me feel better. Like it made me feel better because like I thought my week was upsetting, and then you listen to this and you're like, wow, like this person's got some issues. Like
They had an upsetting week.
Okay.
And
You are not wrong. You are
and
not wrong.
I felt like as the album like went through, it started off kind of hopeful, like, and this is again before lyrics and just listening to it.
Yeah.
And also on top of that, the chords and the actual music writing in this shit is great.
Yeah.
But I found that as the album started, it was very like kind of upbeat, hopeful-ish in a way, and then it just slowly devolved into this like kind of evilness until you got to about like track 11, and then it kind of just came out as this like back to soft, but there was no hope. It was this just like there was that melody that was like track 11. Yeah. And it was like, oh my god, like that's so just like giving up, like like I found this album to be just very heavy, progressively heavy. Like it's one of those things we always talk about where you couldn't listen to one song.
No.
You'd be like, what is this garbage, bro?
Yeah.
The last thing I have to say is kind of what you're talking about with Billie Eilish, except I compared it to a whole different person that I think does establish the same sound we're talking about, and that's Poppy.
Okay. Yeah.
I found a lot of, and it may just be that they're females. It may just be the female vocalist thing because you don't hear any of that in prog. Yeah. And I found Poppy's whole weirdness, darkness, like, and then you listen to the music and you hear it. You kind of hear like, and you definitely like album to album. Like one album's really techno-y, like, and then the next one's heavy as fuck.
Yeah.
So I found this to kind of be in that similar vibe of like, that really over the top edge. Something about the female vocal, man. It brings you to like an emotional part that like you're like, oh, I feel like I don't know how, but like we could listen to the most heavy and heroic male vocals, and like the female vocal just strikes you so different.
It's a very particular thing. Yeah,
it's
man.
very impactful.
Definitely.
I'd also like to add, I would pay good money to hear Anastasia, the chick for Ice Peak, play and do vocals in a metal band. I would pay serious money to see that show live. I'm not kidding. That'd be insane.
Reach out to her. She'll come play with us.
Oh my god.
Collab.
Oh my god, a collab.
They need a plug in the States, bro.
Right?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
Honestly.
You win, I win type of thing.
I would actually go as far as to say this album interpreted itself in such a way and such originality that it gets like a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's-
really
yeah.
found this album to be very very emotional,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and not in any way I'd ever heard before.
Yeah. It's really different in that kind of a way. I don't know how much, if you guys ended up looking into any of these lyrics by chance.
They are dark and government-y as hell,
They're-
and they have been
yes.
censored before by the Russian government.
Yes, they've been
Yeah,
detained by the
man.
Russian government for yes, man. I one thing like so a lot of things about Russian politics, obviously censorship, obviously, but one of the big things that they strike up a lot on, and again, like I gave this record just because I like this one the most, but I also bought 2 of their other albums, just to kind of get more idea of kind of like what's going on. But there's this other album from 2017. I'm not gonna try and pronounce this, but it's spelled C, what looks like an R, A, what looks like a bigger A, K, A, R, whatever. There's a song on there, the second album or the second track on the record that's called, I think it's something like Bad Bitch or something like that. Like I looked it up. Anyways, a regular reoccurring theme between like all of the music through and through is this kind of thing about her discussing the woman's place in a Russian family is to be very submissive, be caring for the husband, be this, that. And through all the music, it's her being like, man, fuck yo dick. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm a bad bitch now. Like, I'd rather be doing my thing than
Fuck
like
yeah.
trying to
Do it.
pretend like I give a fuck about you. And it's
Do
just
it.
like in terms of like solid
queen.
feminist, yes queen, like that
No,
like
not yes,
solid
queen.
fe-
Not yes.
Oh.
No, not yes. No, yes.
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 da queen, da.
There's an A in there, buddy.
But yeah, like that whole like the feminist thing about being your own person, like especially in a culture that, as I would assume, like I don't know enough about Russian culture, so I'm not going to say anything. But what I'm understanding from this music and the lyrics I've read, which seems to be fairly oppressive towards women in general.
It's mad
Like-
patriarchal.
Bro,
man.
apparently
Yeah.
it's
Old
the
style,
fucking
yeah,
world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like good on her. Yeah, dude, fuck dudes. Like I don't give a shit, man. Fuck all of you. Fuck me, dude. I don't
fuck
even
this.
care.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
so
this.
done.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize. All right.
I listened to the 2018.
I'm so
album.
mad. I'm so angry. Sorry.
The one
Trevor,
with the
you-
two-face thing.
Yes.
Kakaka.
two faces on- Yeah,
Kakaka.
Sa Kathrika.
Yeah.
Wait. Come on, guys. Wait.
Kathrika.
Okay.
I can't find the album if you can't.
I gotta get Constantine on the phone to like say these for me. Like.
We bring him on just to read these albums. Okay, thank you. Fuck off.
Yeah. Oh my God.
How is
I think that's Skazka. Yeah.
Skazka?
Skazka.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Our Russian.
take
the
Russian.
the
That's
three
literate-
the three is like a Z-ish type of thing.
Oh, okay.
The W
Skazka.
is an SH,
There's
and
no W.
the P is a R. By the way,
Damn.
so
The P is an
Mosh-
R.
Yes.
Oh
The
my
song you were
gosh.
talking about, the video you were
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah.
it's called Marching, and
Yeah.
parentheses, the MAPW. It's the P
Yeah.
is kind of an R sound,
Ah.
and the W is an SH type of sound.
So it's Marsh.
So there you go.
Marsh.
Marsh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, so I didn't realize that I was going to be any sort of a contrarian here in this endeavor, because
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I very much enjoyed this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought this was a sick record,
Yeah.
but my interpretation of it was drastically different than you guys.
Let's hear it.
I
Let's hear
mean,
it.
I thought it was very, like, a great record. I
Yeah.
listened to it, just to put the setting in,
Yeah.
I listened to it for about 2 hours straight, which, the record's like 30 minutes, so I guess I made it through at least 3 solid times.
Yeah.
Like, walking through Toronto,
Yeah.
just on a nice big walk, on a
Yeah.
nice afternoon.
Yeah.
And then I listened to it a couple days ago on my HS8s here in my basement.
Yeah.
So when I was walking around, I listened to it in the earbuds, and I very much thought that it sounded like, okay, so my first thought was the K-pop style, but like C-pop. This is Craig pop. This is like Russian Craig pop. That was my first thought. I'm just like, okay, it's got the same aesthetic as oh my god, as like Rammstein, but like not that. It's that Eastern European kind of like just that sensibility. It has that
I
to it.
completely understand. Yes. Yeah.
And then I listened to it on the HS8s, and of course at that point, like I heard all the 808s and whatnot, but to actually listen to it just like fart the fuck out, it was ridiculous. But the way this hit me, like it was interesting to hear you guys say it was progressive.
Yeah.
Because I got a very EDM-y sense from it, like straight up, like listening to Tipper or like any kind of other sample based. Tipper just came to mind. Listening to any kind of sample based sort of, I mean, really contemporary EDM stuff brought a lot of this to mind in terms of like the piano things. I think it was that same song that has the little like the marching snare with that goofy little like do 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 do.
That was cool. That is so cool.
I thought it was cool as hell, but I just interpreted it as like
I felt like this was
an EDM-y, sampley, like contextually cool Russian kind of twist to like that. And yes, I got it was dark, but like I didn't interpret it as this like deep dark thing. I mean, I thought it was like cool as shit. I mean, they're like whatever you want to call TRRST, like from track 5 to the end really hit me. But that grouping between 8 and 11, that was like the meat of the record for me. It just didn't hit me in like heavy. It hit me in like heavy EDM. Just a different
I disagree
way.
Because I feel like EDM, and this is only from my ex and being involved, getting listening to a lot of that, and like EDM, like I feel like you're right. I feel like I actually did get a similar vibe starting the album.
Yeah.
My disagreement comes in the intention behind it, because I feel like EDM is made a lot of times either about like almost like the kind of modern stuff, just getting fucked up, partying, drugs, and or just wild sounds. Yeah. And I felt like with this, it was a very personal thing. It was very it was
definitely
too personal to be party music, and that's where I found like I couldn't classify it. Like you're right, I do agree with the sounds. The sounds were definitely there, but the intention is what I found was different.
The composition. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, because even though the intent was not to make like it's not a party album at all.
Correct. Yeah.
And there's EDM, like again, I'm not an EDM
always
guy.
It's also not always party music.
Yeah, it's very broad. Like my roommate here in Toronto, actually, he's one of the few people who really got me into like what I have appreciated in EDM. Again, I can only think of Tipper right now. But hey, there's other guys that he's shown me in the last year.
Tipper's great. Don't get me wrong.
Like Croc and Smock, that's another one. To where like just party music doesn't really. The intent is no. I mean, this is an honest album, but that doesn't mean that the intent doesn't define the genre to me. So like sonically, it's still an electronic. Dance-esque by name thing.
But I would say it's electronically driven. So is Nine Inch Nails.
But I would, and okay.
No.
And this exactly being my point with like Nine Inch Nails. No, you're 100% right. So like modern Nine Inch Nails is definitely more electronically driven. This is a fact. Like there hasn't been like a solid like guitar part in Nine Inch Nails since like the early mid 2000s, right?
It's like with teeth.
Like with teeth era, yes. But so what I got out of this and what I don't get out of a lot of EDM music and why I felt like this resonated a lot more with me is with EDM, things just kind of happen. This part leads into this part. Why? Well, because there was a plugin here that I happened to press a button on and it made this thing happen. With this and like modern Nine Inch Nails, I feel like there was an intention behind something going from this part to this part, like it was
in a
planned.
Songwriter's
from a songwriting standpoint.
That happens
there's
in
well-written EDM.
Which I don't doubt. Which I don't doubt that is the fact. But like the way the songs flow with a
the continuity was almost too. Like,
it
the
album-
seemed
was
too
great.
elaborate.
Yeah.
It seemed too
EDM
elaborate to be.
doesn't
yeah.
necessarily have lyrics that tell a story.
Well,
You would have-
exactly.
the lyrics in here are like trying to tell you something specifically.
Yeah.
So like specifically,
It's a concept album, but that
Yes.
doesn't mean that it's not EDM more
Correct.
than
No.
prog to
Esque.
me at least.
It definitely, it definitely has, like, I mean, fuck it, you know, it's got the electronic drums and sub bass and like
Yeah.
a vocalist. Like, that's
Yeah.
almost
The sidechain compression,
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
you
again,
know, like,
I bring up the prog thing primarily not saying it is a prog album. I'm saying that this to me came off more prog than a lot of prog that's being marketed as
Okay.
being
yeah.
prog
Okay,
so
than I've
that-
heard.
Sure.
that's
but
where we have to
even
have the
being
discussion.
electronic can be prog.
Yeah.
You can be electronic and be prog. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
like,
This
Like-
is storytelling music.
Yeah.
That's what prog
Yeah,
is to
yeah,
me.
it
You know what I
is.
mean? It moves. It has moods. It's
And it's
telling
not-
a story.
and it's not
prog.
written for like a song. It's not like
Yes.
I wrote this one song and then I wrote
Yeah.
this one song. Now this
Yeah.
is a collection of my songs. Like,
Yeah.
this was
This is-
written to
yeah.
be.
This is 37 minutes
An
of a
album.
proper piece of work that one can go through and say, I felt your experiences and I felt your process the whole time. I can't do that with an EDM record.
Yeah.
You know what I
Versus
mean? I can
Dead
just say,
Mouse.
I'm going to do drugs here. 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 Like, okay.
That's
like,
a pretty
all right,
good
sure.
story.
I
don't
mean,
know what
that's
you're
a pretty
talking
good
about.
story.
I
No,
think
I
it's a
agree.
good
I agree.
story.
I think a more
Yeah.
professional way to word Craig's interpretation
Yes, please.
is EDM and dance. Like, I shouldn't say EDM. I should say a very the broad aspect of what is electronic and dance music for the modern people, being past, I don't know, let's say 15 years of artists,
Yeah.
maybe 20. You have a lot of, I almost describe it as like the rap scene or the EDM scene, where it's very much song to song, and it's very much, it has a theme of following the protocol, you know.
Yeah.
And so does rock music, and so does pop music, and so does hard rock, and so does even today's prog scene.
Yeah.
You know, follows a thing, and by definition of progressive, it's doing something, you know, for yourself, doing something that is just sonically and in your own, it's its own thing. And I think sonically it has the electronic sounds, but not always. And
Yeah.
so I can't classify it as an EDM album. Because an EDM album, like, will have tracks that start on piano, but the chorus has a drop. There's always
Yeah.
the drop.
Yeah.
And on, you know, and on this album, there isn't always the drop. I mean, there's half the music is piano and vocals,
Yeah.
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 like,
Yeah.
only.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, like, for that's much more of like a singer-songwriter. Like, I'm jumping genres in this album. It's,
Yeah.
you know, that's as progressive as it
I
gets.
would label this as prog as Radiohead. And
Yes.
I mean that
Yes.
earnestly. Like,
Yeah.
it's in that
What was our
vein
term?
of prog.
What was our term?
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah.
Diet Prog.
Diet prog, yeah.
Diet
Diet
Prog.
Prog.
Diet Prog.
I can understand that classification.
Yes.
Case is
We've done
closed.
it.
Case
When
closed.
grouped with
Diet Prog.
Done
Radiohead,
it.
sure. Yeah.
We've been able to understand each other on how this album is.
So okay,
Will, yeah. Tell
can
us.
I,
Talk, please.
if I'll say a little bit about it, because I mean, honestly, I really like this conversation. There's not a lot that, you know, like I agree with everything, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was feeling. More on the Tyler side, like as interpreting it as an EDM record
Yes.
rather than a prog record, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess my beefs with it is,
Yeah.
well, then maybe, at least to me, it's like, oh, because I've maybe heard more EDM than it's like, I don't know. Again, in the early 2010s, EDM
Yeah.
was like a thing here, and so like there were a lot of like events where like it was like an arena, and there was a fucking
Yeah.
DJ, and there's like a bunch
Yeah.
of drugs. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's
Nice.
called a rave,
You know what
my
I mean?
guy.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So
What kinds of numbers would come to something like that in Puerto Rico, by the way?
bro, okay, I've seen Diplo, I've seen Carnage,
Okay.
DJ Carnage, I've seen Steve
Yeah.
Aoki, I've seen
Yeah.
Flux
Damn, I didn't
Pavilion.
know you've seen all these motherfuckers,
I've
bro.
Yeah.
seen
I had
seen
no
Dead
idea. That's wild.
Mouse. I've
Oh,
definitely
really?
seen
Okay.
Dead
Well.
Mouse. Yeah, a bunch
Damn,
of
I
them.
didn't-
And it was like just when I was in high school, just when I just got my driver's license. It was like, oh shit, there's a bunch of like big ass parties happening. Let's go,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Oh yeah. No, definitely.
No better time to drive.
What kind of a venue would you go to for something like that?
A lot of them were like really big convention
Parking
centers.
lot.
No.
Okay.
A really huge ass convention center, and it's just
Nice.
an empty convention center. A couple of like bars here and there. The
Yeah.
bathrooms are
Yeah.
in the back, and then on the other end is just the stage. And then sometimes
Yeah.
we had the EDC Electric Daisy Carnival
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. Me
And
and Big Chris talked about that the last time I was in
Yeah,
Texas.
that's a
actually.
big festival.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had those here, and it's like it was in this huge ass like more than an arena. It was like an old okay, I'm forgetting the name of it right now, but it was like an old like Olympic track that it wasn't used for events. It was used for like athletes to practice on, and it was right
Okay.
next to the beach. And there's like a big ass
Nice.
parking lot, and it's kind of like a park. So there's the arena where the athletes would practice around the track, and then there's like a walking park, and then you see the ocean or whatever. So there is where they had one of those EDCs, and it was like 3 different stages, and you walk around, and yeah, each. So it's a huge ass fucking area.
Yeah.
Okay, so about this record, it was like, oh, this is cool, but I feel like I've heard this before. Maybe not.
Uh-huh.
Maybe not in the context of a storytelling songwriter talking to me about something this deep and emotional and this personal to her, or like her experiences, or stuff like that. But sonically, I was like, I feel like I'm listening to what is it, OG Mako, I think some other
Fucking boom, boom.
yeah,
boom,
something like
yeah.
that, something like that, you know. But then
Yeah.
obviously
OG
not.
Mako,
It's like-
bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
but I liked it. No, I did like it.
Yeah.
Maybe for me, the replayability of it isn't that much, but it's only because
Okay.
again, in the context of all the other stuff I've heard, it's like, oh, it reminds me of
It-
that. I want to listen to that.
Yeah.
But hey,
For sure.
okay, if you like this, Craig, I'm pretty sure you've heard this duo before, but Dengue.
Yeah.
Oh, you showed me them.
Yeah.
You've brought them up in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
It I mean, it's completely different because
Yeah.
the rhythms that they use, and
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely not. It's all EDM stuff. In the
Okay,
sense that
yeah.
it's not a songwriter type of
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, sonically, I was definitely on the EDM side of it.
Now, Will,
Okay.
did you look up the lyrics to this at all?
I haven't yet. I like.
Okay.
You really should.
Yeah.
because
I
as
got the
much as
feeling of
you-
it. I got the feeling
as
of
much
it.
as,
Yeah.
but not even the feeling. As much as you like Russian history and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you would
Yeah.
really find this album very interesting. And I think
Yeah.
it might boost your like enjoyment of this album. I know it's a weird thing, but I think it might.
No,
The
I do
yeah.
believe it, and I don't know, like from the 2 like singles that they got the music videos.
Yeah.
That they,
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's
it
some
it
heavy
has like the
shit,
subtitles
man.
on it, you know. But yeah, I get it.
There's.
I mean,
there's a. Oh, go on, Tyler. I'm sorry.
Oh, and just a brief one. I
Yeah.
read one thing when I was going through some of just their online stuff when I was reading about the protests and stuff, that they listed their genre personally as audio-visual horror.
I thought that was
And,
awesome.
like,
yeah.
it-
Yeah.
I get it, but it's
Yeah.
also like that's a lot for what. I mean,
Yes,
yes, I
yeah.
get it, but it's like that's kind of
But that's like what I
where
even
the
described
act of it
it
comes
as.
in.
You know, like I never read that, and I'm sitting here like this sounds like horror music.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know,
What
like,
I-
think, I think that's pretty cool.
Dude, it's so wild. Like when you read through a lot of these lyrics, like, and again, right now off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you which song was which that I was reading for the most part. Just looking at this,
I had
the
such a
songs
hard
again.
time. I was just like,
Yeah.
I found like an album
Yeah.
full album, full lyric. And I'm like, fuck
yes.
it. That's it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, wait, you found one? Wait. There's one. Okay,
Yeah.
full album, full lyrics.
There's a few.
Okay.
You can find them all.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's quite a fan base for this band.
Yes. No. Huge. Like millions of
Yeah.
people. Like not
It's
kidding.
quite-
I didn't
It's
know
a
how
hu-
popular they were.
They're very
all of their
popular.
videos,
Multi-album.
they got
Yeah,
millions
a lot
of
of
views.
money.
Like,
Yeah.
So title doesn't tell you how many like listens things
This
have,
title's
and that's what
whack.
I'm looking at. So
Oh.
It doesn't tell you
okay,
how many-
Okay.
whoa, wait. Okay, switching topic. Title doesn't tell you the fucking views.
Because it's not trying to fuck you, dude. Because Spotify has this whole thing that, let's say, it shows you the top 5 songs, but they're not in order by most
Yeah.
listened to. And the idea is that you, as a new listener, will listen to their most listened to song,
Okay.
whether it be a brand new song or you know what I mean?
Or
Like,
an older
okay,
song.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
whereas
That's
title
cool.
is like, listen to music, bro.
Yeah.
You figure out which one's good.
I like that a lot more.
But like, I mean, if you're looking for it and it's information, I don't
Now,
know.
bro, I think all this shit should be made. You know what? I've come back. I'm gonna unsubscribe from Spotify. I've come back on my thoughts, and I remember I had a thought like recently, and it's stuff that me and Craig have talked about, but I was thinking about it, and while I was thinking about it, the feelings came back, you know, like, and it was the thrill of buying a new album. And like now I have these songs, like even as small as buying it on iTunes, like
Yeah.
I have this song now,
Yeah.
like I can listen to this, and you would go through and you would like really listen to that shit. And
Yeah.
I remember like getting such a thrill out of like, I loved hearing that song. I wish I owned it. Like finally I own it. And like now that's gone.
Yeah.
And as much of a benefit and thrill as I loved having this ability to be able to just have all music at any point and access, it has really sucked the life out of my thrill of like listening to new music. That's why I love this podcast. I feel like I'm buying an album a week and listening to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I wish I was actually like, I would love to, every time we pull up the videos for these albums of the weeks, all 4 of us own the fucking album.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
like
I do. I buy this every week. We do
That's
this.
what I mean.
Every one we've done.
yo, guys, let me grab something I showed Will. Speaking thereof, it's 10 feet away.
Okay, yeah, do it.
well, you get a second per foot. So 8, 7, 1, 0. Fuck Tyler.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, he did it.
So listening to Icky Thump started
Yeah.
a fucking Jack White resurgence in my
Yeah.
life, and
Okay,
I
yeah,
picked up Icky Thump just a week ago.
Oh, I didn't
Here
look for
it
it. I
is.
have that CD. I have to look for it. I have it. I know. I've
Right
said
on,
that.
man.
I've said that on 3 podcasts now. I have it. I can't find where my mom put all my CDs. I have like 70 CDs.
No, I 100% agree. There's nothing like owning music because it's the way my favorite like variation on like free is not always the best kind of like argument I've ever heard was an old episode of Rogan talking about him doing these free stand-up specials like back in like the late 2000s with like these people that like would come out to them and just they'd do the stage heckling stuff and they'd like bullshit him for like the whole night, and then you go to a show of like people that actually paid money and they appreciate being there and like doing that. And like my whole process like buying music is like the exact same. Like I still listen to King Gizzard's Infest the Rat's Nest, and I still listen to Big Jesus's One Eric, and I still listen to Fireball by Deep Purple. It's like every one of these episodes that we've done that I buy the music and I go back and I listen to for fun, like there's so much more of a deeper connection to them than anything you could just find off of
absolutely.
Spotify, you know? Like
and what I remember, what it was that like drawed me back to this thought process was I remember driving, and I don't know what was going on. I was having a memory like when I was a kid, man, like 17, like 11 or 12, and I remember telling people I loved buying, like this was a thought. I remember telling everyone I knew, like I loved buying albums because if there was a song I liked off it, I would buy the whole album because there was going to be another song on it I liked more.
yeah.
And I'd always
Yeah.
say that, like if a new album came out and I liked the hit, I'd buy the whole album because I know there's
Yeah.
another track I'm gonna love even more.
Just wait till you hear the B-side. Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
Yeah,
100%.
and that shit's just gone now. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like same thing I just said about the numbers. Like, Spotify does that not so that you know the numbers. They do that because you're more likely to pick the one that has more listens to
Yeah.
over the ones that don't.
Yeah.
and
Fuck Spotify.
yeah, dude,
Fuck
really,
Spotify.
it's really ruined so much shit, man. Like
So
the whole thrill of like going to a music store or going to my thing was Best Buy. Yeah, I go to Best
Oh
Buy.
yeah, man.
And I
Oh,
go
yeah.
through all
Remember
the
that?
CDs, and before I remember Circuit City when they were going out of
Circuit
business.
City,
I went to
baby. Yeah,
Circuit
there we
City.
go.
Yeah, holy
There we
shit.
go.
When they were
I was
going
gonna
out of
say.
business, I went and bought like a whole bunch of albums, like 50% off, dude. And I remember being like, it
bro,
was a
I
goal
remember
of mine.
Borders. I bought a bunch of CDs at Borders.
Borders, bro. Yeah,
Wow,
the
man.
bookstore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have media play in your respective areas?
We did
No,
not.
that I didn't have.
No.
Big old southeastern Best Buy. Don't worry
Nice.
about it.
All right.
Nice.
Same thing.
But like I remember like a goal when I was like 12, like summer started, and my mom was like, "What's your summer goal?" And I was like, "My summer goal is to work hard enough so that by the end of summer I can buy the first 5
Metallica
Metallica albums."
Yeah.
And I was
That's
like,
great.
that's what I wanted to
That's
do. And
great.
by the end of that summer, I had bought, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, Justice, and the Black Album. And it was like
That's
I owned
great.
them all on CD, and like
That's,
in my head,
that's very poetic.
Yeah,
in
no,
my
it's very
head for
poetic. Really.
years, you had to have an ID to buy an explicit album.
Oof.
So I would never buy like.
Really?
I thought that for so long,
Oh.
so I couldn't
Oh,
buy
okay.
like Saint Anger or Slayer albums and stuff. Like, but I would sneakily get them on YouTube and listen to them. And then finally, I figured it out. And I was like 13. I was like, "What?" So I would just buy them, bro. I was like,
That's
"Finally, bro!" And then my mom's like, "Why do you have this album called God Hates Us All and Hella Waits?" And I'm like, "It's
Because he does.
it's fucking metal, mom."
I'll never forget when I ordered leftover cracks fuck world trade on Amazon. That
Yeah.
was a fascinating ass part of high school.
Wait,
There you
wait,
go.
wait. What is this? I need to listen to
Uh,
this. What is this?
Leftover Crack is a solid hardcore punk band from New
Yeah.
York City.
Wow.
Yeah,
that sounds
fuck world
amazing.
trade.
I already want to listen
Interesting
to
cover.
it. I want to listen to this already. Leftover crack.
Nice.
Ah, that sounds so
Yeah.
good.
You'd like it. Will, you'd like it. Yeah. Yeah.
You should buy their album.
Yes, I think I will. I think I will buy.
Fuck
Craig, Craig, are you telling me you know Leftover Crack?
I do know leftover crack. Yes.
That's fucking fascinating.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I
Fuck
don't.
yeah.
Do you guys know the Butthole Surfers?
Of
Yes.
course. Of course. Of course.
Nope.
I love them.
Oh, dude. That's another band. Will, you would love them. They're
Dude,
really
they made
good.
such a huge comeback because of there's a Netflix TV show, and during this fight scene, they played one of their songs, and
Yeah.
they just made all of a sudden, boom, they're back. Like,
Really?
Nice.
yeah, their song
Netflix.
Pepper was played in a what show was it? The one with the like rip off X-Men.
The ripoff, the Fantastic Four.
No, like the Netflix's version of the rip off.
Oh, the Fallout Boy comic guys.
Yeah, not Fallout Boy, My Chemical Romance.
What
My
the
Chemical
fuck?
Romance.
Yes. The singer of My
okay.
Chemical Romance wrote a comic strip, and the
Yeah.
comic strip was good enough that Netflix bought it, the rights for it, and they made a show out of it. And the show's a hit. But
What's
in
it
their-
called again?
I don't
What's-
know. The Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella
There we go.
Academy. There you
And
go.
in a fight scene in the Umbrella Academy, they played Pepper because the whole thing takes place in Dallas. And so Pepper,
Okay.
the guys are from Texas,
Yeah.
talking about
Oh, yeah.
Dallas. So they
Yeah.
played the song. All of a sudden, they're all over the radio again.
That's great.
Which
That's
is
fucking awesome.
great. And I'm sure they're like, "Oh yeah, we're making money." Dude, they would smoke every show, every waking moment. The guy would be singing. He'd like, "All night long, my body burned, my sheets
Yep.
are wet and cold." That's a badass song.
Yeah, dude.
Who was in my room last night? Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
That was in Guitar Hero 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Oh,
my
wow.
favorite song, and I would tell everyone my favorite song is "Who Was in My Room Last Night" by the Butthole Surfers,
Man.
and they were like,
Nice.
"What? You
Yeah.
fucking what?" And then they would hit me.
Dude, they're like very much an underrated band. Like
Oh,
honest to God, like-
absolutely. Those guys were awesome, and they.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish they still made music. Like, there's.
There was like a professor at Berkeley who was in the Butthole Surfers? Wasn't he?
really?
What?
Yo, I swear it's something crazy. Like the bass player or the drummer from the Butthole Surfers taught at at the B word.
At the B word? The B word.
B word.
Okay,
God
I was
God
gonna say,
fucking
God
damn
damn.
it, Tyler.
Fuck. But hey, Butthole
That's
Surfers.
awesome.
I was
No,
very
I didn't
Berkeley,
know
excited.
that.
California.
Yeah,
Berkeley,
oh,
California.
Berkeley. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. The best. Man, that's fucking wild.
I'm gonna find this out.
Yeah, right.
Dude figured if he doesn't teach at the B word, he teaches at another place like right around, like in Boston or something.
Like music.
Yeah, man.
Could the bassist or drummer of Butthole Surfers ever be a professor at like a New England conservatory or something like that? That would be funny as fuck.
Wait a minute.
That would be funny as fuck.
Guys,
I can please let's just make it happen.
I sorry.
Spotify.
I
Come
figured
on, let's make it happen.
I fucked up halfway.
Okay.
A buddy of mine who went to UC Denver told me that one of his professors taught there. But it's a guy at UC Denver in the music department who teaches audio tech and drumming.
Of course it is.
We're gonna.
But he's a
Of course
drummer.
it is.
He's a
Wait.
drummer and it's real.
Okay.
How did you get that confused with the guy in the Butthole Surfers?
Well, no, he's in the
he
Butthole
is.
Surfers.
He's
Oh.
just
Yeah, he
At-
just teaches at Denver,
in
not
Denver.
at the B
yeah.
word. Yeah.
That's
But he does teach.
That makes me feel better, actually. Like, the fact that, like, Berkeley was able to buy the Butthole Surfers would make me very upset. Like, I'm glad
I was
that it
gonna
was Denver.
say, bro, they'd be like, you guys can go play in Alston in the basement shows. Like,
Yeah, right?
Wow.
oh my god, that could you imagine going to one of those shows and the Butthole Surfers was playing? Oh my god, I would fucking lose my mind.
Yeah, that would be insane.
Wait, you guys know about a gorilla toss?
I've heard the name. I'm not
I-
entirely certain about the sound, though.
I don't know what
What
you're
are
talking
they?
about.
They're sort of like a noise rock jam band, new wavy, but like mostly noise rock type thing.
Yeah.
They came from Alston, but now they're in New York. They've been in New York for years. But like literally 5 years before we all got to Boston,
Okay.
they were playing in basement shows in Alston. And now they're like
Oh.
one of my favorite noise rock, art rock, like
Bro.
one of those. It's like, holy
Yeah.
shit, 5 years, and we could have been friends.
I'm not gonna
It would've
lie.
been cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I missed the scene, and by that I mean like, yes, I mean the B word. Well, okay, no, I mean Boston.
Yeah.
But also,
The real B word.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know, cause it feels different, like being in Puerto Rico in the sense that
Yeah.
music here, yes, there's a lot of creative people and there's a lot of people making music, but I would say that like a basement scene, first of all, we don't have basements. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? There's a
I'm telling
college
you,
scene.
The answer to your issues
Uh-huh.
is Texas. Because there's scenes that aren't in dirty basements because people can afford to rent
But wait, a
venues.
dirty basement does not sound bad. No, but yeah.
It sounds like the best place.
But you don't have to pay $5 to get in to drink shitty PBR.
Oh no, you're definitely paying $5 to get into my venue. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're paying $5, and you're getting. What was it? Okay? We gave you beer and wine. At the matinee, you got beer and wine for $5 plus live music.
But what kind of beer?
It would be
beer.
no. It would be the cheapest one. Strangely enough, I don't think it would be. Sometimes it was PBR, but we would get like a case of 60 beers or something like that,
My point.
and then like a case of 5 liters of wine, and that's a shit ton of
Will-
alcohol.
that's a fucking party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
man.
Will had
What?
Yeah, no. The Will's place when they would do things like whether they be parties or shows or whatnot. You guys were great, honestly. Like I had very very enjoyable times there. They knew how to throw a little party thing, and that
Wait,
was
Craig, so you were able to experience this in Puerto Rico?
no, in
no,
Boston.
No, this was in
Or
Alston.
what?
In Boston, that where you saw technically the first mystical show, technically.
Oh,
know?
geez, sorry,
Yeah.
man. I thought you were saying the 60 beers
Have
and
we
the couple
talked about
of
this on the
wines were in
podcast
Puerto
already?
Rico.
That you two played that show and I was there and Tyler was there and me and Tyler had
Yep.
not met yet.
I think
Yep.
that was testisode, so we can actually
Oh.
talk about that now if
Let's
we
talk
want.
about it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
guys met in a show?
Oh man, I forgot about how this ends though. That's the best part.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the matinee. This is
Yep.
38
Across the
Fordham
street
Road,
from
across the
Fordham,
street from
yeah.
Fordham, the practice
Wait,
rooms.
wait, was the matinee the name of
Yes.
what your guys?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
The
that is
venue,
the
name of the
information that
venue.
I did not know.
Excuse me, the name of the
Okay,
venue.
got it.
Yes,
Got it.
the
Thank
matinee.
you.
You mean the second floor of this building.
The second floor of a house.
Handsome house.
Yeah. A big house.
Yeah.
A very big house. Yeah.
A multi-apartment house.
So I think it was the October show because it was, horror, spooky
Yep.
season.
Halloween.
October 30th, though? I don't think it was the 31st. I think
was
it was
not
the 30th.
Halloween.
It was the 30th, yeah,
Yeah,
right before.
It was Saturday.
Yes, it was a Saturday.
It's definitely a Saturday. We like Saturdays.
Yes.
Yep.
For legal reasons, it had to be a Saturday, and so we made it Saturdays. And I think we were last, right?
You were
Yes,
last.
we were
okay.
100%
So
last.
the first
the
mystical show.
hot chocolate endeavors.
Yes, it was our first headlining gig, and the police came. But before that, Trevor and Tyler were there, and apparently they didn't know each other then until that moment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I went because Craig was like, Mystical's playing a show, and I was like, I'll fucking be there because I was a big supporter.
Yep.
I mean,
And I had a lot
I
of
was
friends there, too.
I was asked to learn the music and like, hey man, if you want to listen to the song, show up at this.
Show
I was
up
like,
at the
okay, I'll show up.
Oh,
And Will,
I
I
hadn't even
didn't.
been asked to. I hadn't even been asked to play in this group yet.
No,
Wow.
that was way
Wow.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That
was
way
just.
before.
I was a big fan. I'm a prog head, dude. I like anything really prog, and this album came out, and I was like, Craig, like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, I was impressed.
I mentioned this at the Denny's the last night before Veracay went back to
yes.
their respective homes halfway through the Veracay run. But I told everybody that night the reason, and again, like, there are many reasons, but the primary reason I had hit up Trevor about the guitar/keyboard slot for this band was he was literally the first person that hit me up after the album came out that was like, bro, like, this is awesome, like, oh my god. And I'm just like, this is a real motherfucker right here. Like, he cared, you know what I mean? Like, he cared enough to actually not only listen to the music, but to talk to me about it after the fact. Like, I was on the Morbid tour at that point, like, with Hatestorm. It was Morbid Angel, Hatestorm.
Really?
Wow.
And yeah, dude.
Wow.
So I
like, you hit
so
me
then
up.
I went and saw you on the Morbid tour.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
It was the very last. It was like, what the fuck was the deal with that? It was like summer, and I came home for like a week and a half before summer school started at the B Word, and you're the last show of like a 30 show run. God forbid.
Okay, hear me out, bro. Like, this is where this shit gets nuts. We played 31 shows in 33 days.
Oh my god. Oh
Holy
my fucking
shit.
god, dude.
That was the kind of tour you walk away from after the fact. And like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like we're all fine, you know, but like, by the last week of that tour, myself, Constantine, and Spencer were not talking to each other. It was just like, we're gonna drive in silence for 8 hours, and then we're gonna pull over. You know.
Oh my god.
But like, dude, that last show, like, that was a really good last show that like Trevor came out to. Who did you bring? Because it wasn't Mike.
it's
I don't even remember.
My boy Hondo.
Hondo. Okay.
He came to the Mystical show.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Where?
In Boston
In
or
Houston.
Oh, and
when you played?
At Houston, spelled backwards.
Yes.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Which one
Yeah,
was
Honda
Houston
came.
spelled backwards? Wait.
Houston. That was in Houston.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
the venue
yeah.
was called Houston, spelled backwards.
It was that little
what the
like
fuck?
poetry
I didn't
bar.
play this place.
Tyler
Yeah,
wasn't
the
there.
The
was
place,
called
Tyler,
Houston
you weren't.
spelled
Yeah, that was a
backwards.
bet. Yes, the
and it
venue
like,
was called
but
Houston.
What impressed
spelled
me about
backwards.
this venue is it was like straight up downtown
Yeah.
Houston. Like,
Yeah.
most venues are like a little bit outside the city, except for House of Blues. But
Yeah.
like this place was like straight up
It was in
right there. And Tool played in Houston that
Tool-
night, and the
And
Tool
we
show
had
got
crowd
out.
spillover.
Yes.
We had crowd spillover.
Wait,
Toyota Center-
what?
The Toyota
I'm not
Center
kidding.
where they played was like 3 streets down, and so they got out and people were just bouncing in bars, and we were in the middle of playing, so people heard us playing and they popped into the bar.
Yeah.
This is at like
Bro,
bro,
this
like
is-
11:45
Was that an
at
amazing
night.
show? That sounds amazing.
Can I drop? Oh my god. No, it was
It
a good
was-
show.
yes.
So I will get into this briefly, but I want to talk about the Tool show aspect of this, man. I mean, so
I
we
know what you're gonna talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, we played our set. So it was a weird night. So like a singer-songwriter opened the show, and he was a really great guy, but like he kept putting off his start time like 15 minutes at a time up until the point that it's like he started over an hour and a half.
3 openers and us, and he started at 9.
Yes, like he started late, and like my whole thing was like I was trying to tell him like I know they're telling us that we don't have a curfew, but like if we play last and you don't start until whenever, like we're not gonna play until crazy late. And so he finally got up, he did his thing, fine. So he did his first thing. Then after that, a thrash metal band played, and
I don't
like
remember that.
oh yeah, man, you were gone. I think at some point for this, it might have been family related or whatever.
A thrash
Maybe
metal
I don't.
band?
Or
Like a proper thrash band, like 100%, like jean jacket with patches and everything.
Dude, were
like
these
they
the
were.
guys whose bass amp died?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, no. They were after the other great band.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
They were
I'm pretty
before
sure
us
it
because
was
once
the-
that bass amp died, I was so excited because it was like, all right, time to throw my
Yes.
shit up.
that
Okay, then it was the band before them. All I know is it was the singer-songwriter, the thrash metal band, then the prog
Yes.
band,
They were
and they
killing,
killed it.
bro.
which they were great.
They
yeah.
were gold, man. And I remember my dad like getting up and was like, "Yeah!" Like 'cause
Yeah.
they did that.
Yeah.
they did
was it a Rush cover?
It was Rush. It was
2112.
Rush.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
did
did the
Wow.
first
Yeah.
act.
Like
Yeah.
the overture
Yes,
or
they-
whatever.
Yeah. Dude, they were like legit.
Yeah.
And then they stayed
Yes.
for us. They stayed the whole
Yeah.
show.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And that was the cool thing was because it was starting to get to that point where it was way too late for any
Dude, we didn't go
reasonable
on until like
person.
12 o'clock.
Yeah,
11:45,
like it was
something like that.
crazy late. And
And
so
it was
like
a Sunday or something like that.
It was I don't know about that.
Yeah, because then we played Austin
was it?
Saturday night.
Oh yeah.
So it was a
Yes.
Sunday.
Shit.
So it was
So you
late.
went on
it
a
was-
midnight on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But it was like
and this,
packed.
yeah, but this is where the story gets good is because we have all of Trevor's family and Trevor's, people there. But then suddenly you have all these people going to bars from the Tool show and people stumble into the venue and there's like this one dude with like doing a dance thing with a light
Oh,
and
Like it was
yeah,
legit,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
yeah. And so like we're all kind of sitting there, and Beth's family was from Dallas, so they were also
were
there
there.
for the show, And as we're doing our thing, or we're getting ready to do our thing, like there's still plenty of people in this tiny little, venue, and I'm just like, oh my god, like this is crazy. And then the sound guy was completely R-worded, like he had no idea
fuckhead,
what
bro.
the fuck he was doing, man, because
he
it was one of those shows where it was like, guys, we're just going to have you play off of your amplifiers into the sound, but we're going to mic off. And this happened a lot on that tour, by the way. This wasn't like a one-time thing. Like on that tour in general, it was a regular
We
thing.
played at least 3 or 4 shows.
At least
no
3 or
mics.
4, yes.
Well,
But
his
so
PA
they were
only
like,
had 3 microphones.
yeah, it was something like a crazy. So they took my voice and then they took both of Trevor's keyboards, right? And it took us like 15 minutes to get that figured out for whatever reason.
geez.
Oh my god! I remember sitting there like hitting it, and I was just like, "Are we good? Are we
Yeah.
good?" And the moment that audio came out, we started the show.
It was
Like
immediate.
that moment, I was like,
Yeah.
"Audio, we're starting."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I
here
literally
we go.
looked- I literally turned at Craig and Will and them,
Yeah.
and because Craig kind of gave me that look like we got to go now, and then I was
Yeah.
like, go.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then we start like, yeah.
So it was definitely like a whole thing. Like,
the second I can start that on guitar in a live environment again, I think I'm gonna cry. Like I'm not
think-
kidding.
I
like
think
that.
I might cry as well.
Oh my god.
Just 4 of us up on stage and
Just
fucking
weeping.
tears.
Weeping,
We're back.
man.
I just
Oh
stopped.
my
I'm like, you know what? I can't do this. I'm gonna
Okay, yeah. Trevor leaves.
I'm gone,
like,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, too much. And Will's like, yeah, I agree. He's gone too.
But so like, okay, so we play that set and it went really well. Like really well. Like it was one of those things where a set that started that late shouldn't have been as enjoyed by people in general as they were, especially given the fact that we weren't mic'd up. It was everything was just nice and coming off the like reasons you need to bring an 810, reason you need to bring a real amplifier. It's like sometimes you're not going to get a PA to go direct into and sound great. Like sometimes you have to, be a real musician and have your own shit. But regardless, we did the set, we got done, and like I talked to like a bunch of people, both people from Trevor's family as well as like at least 5 people that came from the Tool show and after. And like I'll never forget this, man, because it was like such a wild conversation I had where there was this guy there,
The big guy
that,
with
like,
the beard.
the big guy with the beard and the
Yes.
long hair, and like he reeks of
Yes.
booze, right? So he's definitely drunk. Like I will say that, but like whatever, it's I get it.
Bro,
But he
9 beers
said-
for him is nothing.
Yeah. But so like he's talking to me about like the guitar sound, and he's talking to me about the music, and I'm like, oh wow, like thank you so much for enjoying it. And then he's like, bro, I'm just gonna tell you right now, like I just came from the Tool show, and I wasn't expecting to, enjoy you guys as much as I do, but I did. And he's like, I'm going through a hard time right now, and I'm like, oh, what do you mean? And he's like I can't remember if it was his mother or his father, but he's like,
His mother.
like my mother. He's like my mother just died like 2
Yeah.
days ago. And like, I'm just looking for anything to keep me occupied. And he's like, your music, like your performance, like it was just one of those things. Are just like, whoa, like
But
this
he just came from Tool.
yeah,
Like he went to
Yeah.
Tool to seek
that
like,
escape.
solace.
something else.
I mean,
something else.
Because I mean,
yeah.
You know?
granted,
And he found it with us or you guys.
Or maybe he thought he felt it, and then he comes and hears us, and something about our music hit him in such a way
yeah.
that Tool couldn't, or
Or did, but then he needed
No,
more
the-
of it, so to speak.
the
you
fact
know?
is that his
Yeah.
his mother passed. You know what I mean? Like he went
Yeah.
while he was at
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tool show, he was fine.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But then he
Yeah.
left.
Well, maybe not.
and it's like, oh shit, I gotta find meaning again. And
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I'm
And
glad
we
he
kind of
enjoyed
re-gave
it,
it
at
to
least,
him. It,
Yeah.
But that's
It
what I
was,
mean. Like he
yeah.
was from the idea that I kind of got from it was he was very much like being here, like 10 feet from you,
Yeah.
and hearing and seeing. Like I feel like when we were there, I heard there was obviously much more conversation about it, but I feel like the big thing he described was like seeing you guys like interact with each other while
Yeah.
playing. And I
Yeah.
remember that was a big thing. It was like, because like we don't have a big light show, we don't
No.
have anything,
no.
and
Not yet, bitch.
not yet, bit.
It's coming.
And but my big thing live is I feel like I spend 60 to 70% of the time like looking at you guys,
Yeah.
and
It's
this is-
necessary in this band. It's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
necessary.
And it's
We're a miniature orchestra, guys. It makes sense.
It's very true. But I find it funny because I spent a lot of time at the B Word where they would tell you like, take some time to look at each other because you don't need to understand it. And I would look at my guys and do all that. And I feel like a lot of people just were really uncomfortable with doing that. And then when we started playing together and we were learning these songs, like the three of us had to put up with Craig's bullshit. And being able to look at each other, like Craig would be like, "We're gonna do this like 5-5 and then 6 for one bar, and then 5-5-5-5 9 7-7-7-7-7-7-7 9." Instead of the 4 though, we're gonna do 5, and then like me and Will and Tyler would be like,
Well, yeah, okay, so I remember other very defined periods where, like, Craig would say that, and then, like, Will at least had been playing with Craig, like, a good while.
Yeah.
So, like, I remember, Trevor, you and I would look at each other and just like, and then Will would just like, man, what the fuck? We're just gonna do this.
"Oh yeah, the best."
And then I was just like, oh,
I think I remember. This
okay,
time. So
he can translate. Cool.
Craig would say it, and like him and Will would have this conversation where Will would be like, "You mean the like duga ba bu ba ba duga duga ba duga," and then Craig's like, the like dun 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 that whole, and then me and Tyler look at each other like, what the fuck are these guys saying? Like, holy shit. And then Tyler will be like, or Will be like, okay, got it. And then Craig will be like looking at us like, okay, we're going to do 5, and then say the number bullshit. And then we all have to look at each other like, okay, then we do it once. And after doing it once, Will goes, man, what the fuck is this nonsense, bro? I can't deal with this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking Craig, bro, fuck. And then he'd get up and like leave the room. Oh my God. It's great. I fucking love it, bro.
There's
It's better
a
than
kind
any
of-
ensemble I've been
moments.
in.
Dude, it's like it's one of those things where I feel like number one, like I'm okay, I can say this about myself, therefore it's fine. I'm retarded. Like, right? So like I'm actually retarded, and
Therefore
like
it's fine.
I hear things in very specific ways that like thank fucking God I've got a drummer like William to work with, because like if it was anybody else that would have to put
Bless
up
you,
with my
Will.
bullshit, like
the Lord
my
bless
my
you.
vocabulary, like it doesn't make sense. I understand that. It like realistically speaking, like for a guy that like does the kind of music that we do, I can't write it out. I can't explain it. Like we were sitting there just
You
this
have
past
to.
album recording cycle.
You have
Yeah,
to.
well,
you
I do.
dumb butt.
I do until you figure it out. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah,
We
I'll
had
do the
this
hard
awesome
work.
moment.
I'll do the hard work, figure it out, and then be like, "Hey, here's how you write it down."
Yes, but my favorite example of this was actually when Will was in recording for album 2. We were here. It was like a week before, or not even like very briefly before we started recording. And there's this. Okay, for people, I'm not gonna say the name because haha. But there's this long song on the new album that ends in a very strange way that William was actually angry at me for not being able to explain properly. And I got it. Like, I 100% get it. But he got it. It was one of those things, like, we spent maybe 10 minutes, and Will was like, oh, yeah, here it is. Like, bah. Or I'm not going to... Okay.
Yeah, no,
but,
that's
like,
it. It goes,
he did it.
bah. It's a bunch of
Like,
silence.
It goes, bah.
It's
like,
no
no.
and silence. And so...
It's
Yes.
called sheep.
Yes, but it's just one of those
Goes
things
bah.
of just like I'm just telling anybody this, that if you're looking for a drummer to play on your shit, you want to pay some money, real money, get this boy some money. William Candelario is your guy, because like if he can work with this like retarded me, like he can do things with you if you know what you're talking about. Like he can make great music with the guy that has no idea what music is. Like if you know anything, like you're gonna be able to make this happen with William Candelario. Do it. Fucking
I will
go.
say, listening to Will's approach
Yeah.
is not what I thought, you know, and it's like, man, this is why he's a drummer and I'm not.
I think I'm
Because
gonna
he's
tie
got
all of this.
the way better ideas, and
Yeah.
I don't. I
No.
think I do. I'm like, oh yeah, it could go like this, you know, listening to like back when
Not even close.
Craig would show
Not
me
even
some,
close.
some demo guitar tracks. I'd be like, yeah, bro, it could go like this. And all of a sudden it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Damn, I appreciate it. I appreciate
Will-
it.
Will-
Shut the fuck up,
bef-
Will. I'm not. I don't want your
Will, but-
reaction. I'm just
Oh.
stating things. Your job
And
is to
Will, bef-
listen.
before you defend yourself there, Will,
Yeah.
I remember like your senior recital or whatever the heck that thing was,
Yeah.
your recital.
Dude,
the
man
thing
plays
where
three
we
sets
played-
of 3 genres. Like,
Dude, exactly. That happened, and then like I sent you my indie rock garbage. Like that worked. I've heard you
Yeah.
play jazz. That works. Like there's nothing you can't. You
dude,
can't
this man,
sing on my
I guess
guy.
just to clarify, for his senior recital, plays like cajones with 2 of his buddies.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
correct you right now. It was bata. It was
Yes, he is.
bata. It was
Yeah. Bata.
BATA.
And the name and the name of your homies.
Manfredi Caputo
You have-
and Thomas something. I can't remember his last name. He's like Norwegian, but he lived
Pridgeon.
in Brazil, so he's weird. But you know, percussionists.
You guys were fun as fuck to watch. Like to be
Yeah.
honest, like that was
Yeah.
an
I have it on
awesome way to
film.
open
I
up
have
that
it- I
recital.
have it.
Communication was
Yeah.
insane.
I have it
Yeah.
on my Dropbox.
Wow.
The whole
Thank
show.
you.
And then we played a 2-song set.
Yeah.
The first ever fully orchestrated mystical.
And also the
first
last time all four of us would ever play together live.
That is true.
Interesting fact.
Only time
Interesting fact.
we've ever
true.
played
The
live.
only
Holy
time.
fuck.
Wow.
Isn't that
Oh,
insane?
guys, we're gonna fix that this year.
And the
We're gonna
Mystical
do
Hot
it.
Chocolate Endeavors is
Craig.
almost 40 shows deep, and that's the only time we've ever actually played live.
And we
Craig,
played the
can we
songs
play a
fast as
show
fuck because I was nervous.
right now?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
They were thrash metal-y.
They were right. They were fast.
Wow.
They were
All
fast.
the music was
The
fast,
next-
bro. That's why we covered
Yeah.
fucking Mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, Will played a reggae set.
Yep.
Which was
Yeah.
also
Which was
fast.
fucking
so
killer,
it was also
too.
like
Yeah.
not even
Yeah.
reggae. It was ska at that point. Ah, shit. No.
Okay.
Well, dude, I remember listening to what was that fucking Magic Vashek
Promised Land.
What's the song?
Promised Land.
Yeah, dude.
We are
okay, so I
all
remember
going. to the
exactly.
promised land.
I
Hope you
remember
are
listening.
ready. You opened with that.
Dude, you guys opened with that, but I
Yeah.
remember listening to your version and then hearing it in the
Get-
van and just like, oh, it has so much less energy when Will doesn't play it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Damn.
oh.
No, but I love that version.
I remember watching
Shit.
Will because I remember thinking like Will's gonna play a reggae set for his like final, and then watching you do it, I was like, oh, I see.
Yeah.
He's killer. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I saw what I think was that same band actually play at the Middle
yeah,
East.
Yeah, that
right,
same
Will?
band.
Did I-
Yeah, I was because I was.
Cool. But it was long and it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Like they played really well. Oh my god.
Bro,
Oh, I almost want you guys to like play shows like there again, just so I can fly into Boston, like see like that was a lot of
okay,
fun.
okay.
The shows I'd see there were always great.
I miss playing live
I love good
shows.
live
I miss
shows.
playing our music. I also miss.
You know what the last
wait. I
keep
also
going.
miss playing fucking
Yeah,
reggae,
yeah. Huh.
bro. Like I was in
Yeah.
a couple of like
Yeah.
reggae bands while we were
I
at
love reggae.
at the like fucking B Word in Boston. It was fun.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
I didn't get
You
into
always
reggae.
sounded good. You
Thank you.
always
Wow.
sounded good.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
We could become a reggae band.
We could.
Ooh.
I
four
got
of
into
us
reggae while
specifically.
working
Wait,
at,
specifically us four.
I'm gonna say you three. You three could probably pull that off very nicely. I'm gonna
No
make
one
that sound
says
like
reggae
shit.
like Craig Schmuel.
Dude, that is so offensive.
Jewish reggae.
That's funny.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
all ready. I got really into reggae working at the last bike shop because
Yeah.
we would play like radio stations all day of all different genres, and we'd play reggae, and I was like really into it. I was like, okay, I get it now, and I finally, exposed myself to enough of it to really understand like this is the vibe, this is the different
Yep.
rhythms, like, this is the
Will, who's the one with the gorilla with the big belly, and it's reggae dub? There's like a giant. You had it was either a record or a poster.
Oh, the gorilla. Oh,
the gorilla.
damn. Do I want this to
Oh my
be the
God.
fucking record of the week? I had another record of the week.
Oh man, if it could, that would be great.
That's a smooth fucking transition.
Oh, that would be
boyo.
a really good transition, and it's a good album.
You know,
We'd listen
I
to
was-
it before.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna. Oh,
We're
wait,
in the mindset.
guys. So I had
I
I
can't
had
hear you.
another album. I
What?
had another album ready for this week.
Yeah.
But I'm
Okay.
glad that you brought it up, and I appreciate it.
I'm glad I
So,
did too.
Yeah, the album is Super Ape. So yes, there is a gorilla on it.
Yes.
The album is Super
Yes.
Ape by Lee Scratch Perry.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
hell
There we go.
yeah!
Fuck yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
It's so
Do some
good.
homework.
Some Lee
We listened
Scratch
to it
Perry,
on Will's
man.
shitty little
Yeah.
like vinyl player suitcase
Yes.
thing. And it sounds not great on that, but the music is so good that you don't give a shit.
No,
Like it's
well,
so great.
dude. Listen to it.
I'm already
It-
excited.
there's
Yeah.
a specific.
Now wait, is it Super 8 by the Upsetters?
Yes. Yes.
Because there's also a Super 8 Returns to Conquer
No. Yeah. There's a sequel, but no. It's
by Summertime. Oh, that's the
Yes.
sequel. Okay.
it's the Upsetters, but that's like the house band. but the producer is Lee Scratch Perry, and it's like one of those weird things where like, who's the artist here? Is it the band or the?
Oh wait, I got a better one for you guys.
yeah.
How about this one? Lee Scratch Perry and the Upsiders, Super Ape and Return of the Super Ape.
You fucking.
It's the double album.
What fucking album covers? I love
Yeah.
this.
I know. What the?
Wait, so
Dude,
which one are we gonna go with? The standard, the Upsetters Super 8 version?
1976.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so.
All right.
Ooh, same year as my
Super
Volkswagen.
Ape, the super is in yellow and the ape is green, and there's a gorilla and he has
Yep.
a joint and he has on the other hand a tree, and there's like an arrow pointing
Fuck
to his
yes.
belly.
It says mango.
Bonus track version, bitches. Let's
Oh
go.
no, yes, definitely.
It opens
definitely
with
get
Zion's
the-
blood.
I'm so into this
Yes.
already.
So yeah, that's the
All
album
right.
of the week, guys.
Fuck yeah.
I love it. I love that we
Nice.
brought up reggae. What a genre that has just flown so
Yeah,
far
man.
under the radar, and people just
Yeah.
kind of use as like a. They're like, oh yeah, I like reggae. I like Bob Marley.
Oh no,
And
no,
it's
no,
like, bro,
or like, oh, I like weed. Yeah, I like reggae. Dude, no, and then,
Yeah.
no, it is a
Yep.
thing, and it's
Dude, 420. Dude, 420. Dude.
bro, but it's so bad. It's like,
No, but 420,
bro,
dude.
no, yes,
Dude, 420.
yes, 420, but like,
buy,
Yeah.
buy.
Bye.
it's
Dude, 420.
anyway.
Buy
So
the idea.
if we're gonna decriminalize marijuana, we should probably let all the people that are in prison for it out of jail. Anyway, go listen to this album. But so now white people can have a business selling weed. Bro, there's people in jail for this. How about them?
No, the best way
All
to
right,
clarify
let's-
it is this way. This is what we could finish off with.
You know what? Yeah, let's get those fuckers out of there. Let's
Let me
break
tell you
into prison
something.
if we need to. Let's get
When-
the fuck.
when
Let's get
when
them
COVID
all
Okay,
out.
but we
This-
gotta
when-
break
this
into
shit is
prison
bullshit.
to then break them out.
Let's do it. Let's
Here.
go.
I got you. You ready?
We gotta break in with the law.
When
No,
COVID-
fuck the law.
Well, no, I mean fucking change the system. That's what I
No,
mean.
illegally. Let's
No,
go.
No, but we do have to
Well,
change
both,
it.
because that has a lasting
Okay.
impact. Yeah.
What the fuck did I just tell you?
No, but like, even though it's like, I don't know. Okay, no,
When
the
COVID
joke is
hit,
like they changed. We
marijuana
changed the system. We
dispensaries-
changed the system, but we still break into prison anyway. Just fuck it. The
Let me
mystical
tell
hot
you
chocolate
something. Let me
endeavors
tell you some
breaks into prison.
facts.
Anyway,
I'm okay. That's our next album.
Oh,
So
that'll be a reggae album.
no, that's
The
our movie title, bro.
Oh, or a
I-
movie.
It's more. It's not a movie, bro. It's a what do you call it? Reality movie.
Yeah.
Because we are gonna break. Anyway, when COVID hit, dispensaries were required to stay open because they were considered an essential business. So you're
believe
telling
it.
me that dispensaries, marijuana is an essential business, but there are people in jail for just owning it.
Yep.
But it has to stay open because it's essential.
the money, Jimmy.
Sounds
The money.
Sounds like a racist system to me, brother. Like,
Got
all
him.
right, let's get those boys out. Let's go. All right, and
Hashtag
I
get the
do
boys
specifically mean marijuana
possession.
I do not mean marijuana possession plus. Like, okay, hold on, let's talk about that. But like
Starting
that
simple.
simply put, like, all right, let's get them out. Like, okay, yeah, they were in possession of marijuana.
With
But they
intent
also
to
happened
sell.
to kill
With
a guy in
intent
the
to sell
same night.
marijuana. But like, what? Come on, like
That's 2 ounces.
What?
That's
So
yeah.
less
Again,
than
that's
2
not.
ounces.
We're not talking
No,
violent
no,
crimes
or
yet.
that. Yeah.
Less
yeah.
than 2 ounces,
no.
bro. There's people in there's people that are still in jail for owning like a quarter ounce.
bro. And I
Hey,
just
Joe,
and I just
Joe,
bought
you're I
an-
know
just
Joe's
bought a
watching
fourth,
this.
like the other day. You know what I mean?
There you go.
With
yeah.
a little piece of paper,
Yeah.
and I went in and
Hey guys.
and that's it.
I mean,
Yeah.
guys, I get that stuff in the mail because Canada.
There's
So,
people in
yeah,
jail for this.
The
we do
one
not have
perk.
people behind bars.
The
for
one
this.
perk. The one perk he has, bro. That's what
Dude,
Prusha would tell me, bro. He's like, I
Mail,
got it
mail
delivered.
order weed and fucking poutine.
Anyway, we'll see you next week because we're like running long as
All
fuck.
right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the 14th episode of the Miscellany Chocolate Talks. We are the
Not the
Miscellany Chocolate
13th.
Endeavors. This is our podcast. Bye, bitches!
Bye-bye.
Bye.